Cyborg's
Yeah.
great-grandniece,
Yes.
and who threatens to Harley, like, let her join your club, or, something to get fired out of her.
Like everything, it's a stupid idea that starts while we're eating dinner somewhere and eventually makes it into the comic. We kind of have that, that just pad of a billion Harley ideas. And then, you have them on you? Because I'll read some. This will make your brain explode. Yeah, it's ridiculous, by the way, just so you know. And like any kind of writing, you start with ridiculous. You say, okay, that's stupid, then how would we make this work? Like, how would that...
How do we make it stupider?
Right, yes. Good at that. Okay, all right. We get inspired. Okay, so I'm just going to read some random stuff here. God, this is huge. Okay, we have the roller derby names. The Massapequa Pizza Princess, Maria Mozzarella. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can't say that out loud. It's okay, just a note. When Harley is around animals, she should make animal noises. I mean, just a weird note. We was like, okay, she should.
Sometimes we change our mind.
Okay, this is what Amanda sees Harley's voice, and she's actor's voice, she put it. So, an amalgam of all these people. Marissa Tomei and my cousin Vinny. Debbie Mazar in Trees Lounge. Leah Remini, is it her name?
Leah Remini.
Remini in King of Queens. Laura Petrie from Dick Van Dyke. Cherry O'Terry. Katie Mixon, the sister in Mike and Molly. And Bernadette Peters in The Jerk. So that's what, because Amanda writes most of the Harley dialogue, so that's what she's pulling it from. Crazy stuff. And just notes like Harley Quinn, Golden Girls. Yeah, let's see. There's Harley on a moose tripping over Eisner Awards.
That was supposed to be what Darwin was
Yeah, he
going to
didn't draw.
draw.
He just drew whatever he wanted. And then Scatterpole. Well, you guys, that's in the book. So.
Yeah, that's in the book.
That's in the book.
Yeah. Jimmy's like, yeah, I want to throw poop on Dan and everybody, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll draw that. I'm like, this will be the last book I ever draw for these things.
Okay, bad guys' names. You didn't use all of these.
Some of them we use.
Rainbow Unicorn. The farmhand, the carp, which we used.
We used farmhand.
We used farmhand. The pub crawler. It's a multi-armed, heavy drinking monster. See, not all of them are winners. That's what I'm trying to. There's one called Midlife Crisis, which we're going to use. So that's and there's the red dog. You added that. Good for you. The Legal Beagle. Is it an actual dog?
Yeah, remember we were gonna.
Oh, right. Okay, no, we can't talk about that one. Buzo, the drunken clown. Yes, this list just goes on and on. It's anyway. We'll take some more questions for this. You guys got 4 minutes. Any more questions? Yes.
Well, sir, real quick, show of hands, how many people are dressed as Harley?
There you go. You guys all look awesome. We saw some of you in the booth earlier. Yeah. Awesome. You had a question? Yes.
Funny you should mention that.
Yes. It's actually in one of the issues coming up. Yeah. Everything. Yeah, in the back. Yeah.
What's your favorite DC couple?
Walt Simonson and Wheezy? You mean wait, like the superhero couple?
Yeah.
Like, oh.
It's gotta be Lois. It's gotta be Lois.
You guys?
It's gotta be Superman and Lois Lane.
How about you, man?
I kind of like Big Barda and Mr. Miracle.
I kind of go with that too. Because I get
Mr. Miracle.
One wild shoe.
And then they'll never let me write Batman, just so you know, because I want to do all stories about Bruce Wayne and women. And they will never let me write Batman. And then once in a while he's Batman and he fights a guy. And then he comes back and he's
many loves of Bruce Wayne.
Well, we were in a panel.
Toby Gillis.
We were in a panel, and they said, "What's your favorite part of Batman?" I said, "Well, Bruce Wayne. He was a millionaire and he's single. And, you know, I mean, that's great. Not that great. I mean, I love being married. I love being married. You stop laughing back there. Oh, that's a joke. That's his face. Okay. Yeah, sure. You want to give everybody a $20 bill?
So much I wish I could.
Yeah. Yes, Joker.
Just gonna ask, dream collaboration, dream project.
We're doing a joint project. Yeah. We're doing it. I mean, like, if I can raise someone from the dead, I would love to do something with Frank Frazetta, because that's like. How about your dream? Like.
I would like to do something with Frank Miller.
Frank Miller. Yeah, Frank Miller. That'd be good. How about you, Chad?
I just want to publish all the emails that go on in this book. I want to do an uncut, Harley Uncut, where all the original jokes and all the original dialogue go in, and all the emails of the back and forth. Because I mean, the funniest part of this book is all the crap that goes on that you guys don't get to see. Really.
How often do they tell you, like, no, you can't write that, or no, you can't do
We send in the issue, we call them the red flags, right? We have boxes of them. And they say, no way, are you guys out of your mind? But then we get away with stuff, because sometimes we put a giant red flag and they don't see the little red flags. So if you guys know in the last couple of issues, there's stuff in there like what? You know? And just having Bernie the Beaver, I remember telling Dan the Dio called me up and he goes, really? A beaver? And I said, well, he's a stuffed beaver and he has a hole in him and he's a bird. And actually when we did Secret Origins, we told the origin, the burnt beaver. And he just like rolls his eyes at me and he goes, you know, it's so childish. And I'm like, thank you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that gets pulled out, and respectfully, I know it should be pulled out. But our job is to just throw whatever we can out there, and then hope that they let someone else love it. I mean, we're like little kids, and Mad Magazine explains everything.
This is for Amanda. As a woman writer and artist, how do you feel about the controversy how women superheroes are portrayed? For example, in the last movie, Avengers 2, like Hulk had to carry Black Widow out. Oh, you didn't see it? Oh, okay.
For you, with some authority, but we've just been so busy that I haven't gotten a chance to see the movies lately. So I know there's a controversy somewhere out there, but I have no idea what it's about.
Just the one controversy.
I know.
I'm hoping that Painkiller Jane gets made soon. So then at least we can keep that part quiet, because that's all tough women movie. It's real good.
A lot of times I think that there's controversy where there shouldn't be controversy, like, I think my example was, and somebody explained this to me the last convention we were at, the controversy about, I don't know how many people watch, probably not, because I don't want to do any spoilers, how many people watch Game of Thrones? Yeah. And there was some controversy about what had happened not this past week, but the last week, and I'm thinking, there's some other bad stuff that went on with it too, but this is what bothers you. So I'm thinking, it's bad stuff, and it should bother you, but like all of it should bother you, and it's a story, Game of Thrones is, a whole lot of it is about really horrible people.
History's horrible. Like, I went to London and went to like the Tower of London, and human history is worse than any fiction you've ever read. Okay? We are, as a race of species, we're capable of pretty horrific things. And here's the thing. If you don't like something, just don't read it, don't watch it. But don't take away from other people's fun who want to read and watch it. I mean, I don't, man, I think there's a lot of bored people on the internet with nothing to do. Because if you're complaining about Game of Thrones and you're not worried about starving children in parts of the world, you have issues. That's.
I agree with you.
The starving kids on Game of Thrones? Even worse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any of those red flags make sure that you wish you could take it back?
No.
No.
Look, we always said we'd want to do a Harley special called Red Flag and make it like an adult book, but it'll never happen. I don't think it will. We get in trouble. Yeah, Vertigo. Expect it. I don't know. Would you guys want that? Like we had fun on the Zero book. Yeah. And we actually changed the format. Instead of doing a script, we said let's just interview everybody and kind of dissect it. But that was a lot of fun to do. That was something else. I guess we would if it was like the right book. You know? I think maybe Harley 25 would be a good one to do it for, because what happens in Harley 25 is we're not allowed to do that. But 25 is a big issue. We're not there yet, but thank you. I don't think unless, our plane goes down on the way home. And if it does, you could say, hey, he said the plane was going down on the way home. No, but we work way in advance with books, so we haven't laid out for a little while. Poor Chad,
I'm sorry, Chad.
we make this guy work so hard. You don't know. Yes, he calls up and he cries.
No, Harley's like the only midlife crisis character. They're just gonna base it off me because like Harley's like the only thing right now that's going right. I just turned 42 like last week, so hey, yeah. Oh, who cares? I don't.
I remember 42 like it was 42 years ago.
Can't wait to hear Stanley's Jimmy Palmiotti.
One day, I'm just gonna do a whole panel with Stan. I almost did a whole panel in Stan Lee voice at DC once, and at first they were like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Because the panel's kind of boring." So at least with Stan Lee voice, you could say, "Who was Superman? I never heard of that guy." "Why would you wear a cape?" That's Stan. That's very much Stan. "Why would you wear a cape? What do you need a cape for?" Cosplay Stan Lee. I don't look like him. That's just, if I could, man, I'd have to like run into a parked car or something. I don't know. Stan's got a different face. I'm just saying. That sounds terrible. That's what punks do. Okay, two more questions. I'm a horrible human being. You're welcome. Yeah.
You said you don't consult on any of the movies, but what about some of the animated features, like the animated Suicide Squad?
Is that out?
Yeah. Sold on Arkham.
Oh, Sold on Arkham. We haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet.
I'm serious. They are keeping us really.
Oh, okay, Chad.
Well, I've seen it, but here's the thing, guys. I mean, we're working like as hard as we can just to get the books out. I mean, really. I mean, it's a lot of work. And so the thing is if you distract people with too many things, then it sort of dilutes what's going on. And so, I mean, a lot of times it's like all the effort is going into that series. And so, but they do have a great team working on. I mean, let's face it. I mean, there aren't better animated comic shows than DC's comic shows. I mean, that's the one thing that they're just sort of hitting out of the park is some of the animated. If you haven't seen Arkham and Dark Knight, and my personal favorite is Superman versus Black Adam. That was like, that's what I wanted Man of Steel to be. So anyway, that's.
Somebody has an answer question.
Harleys come up.
And this gentleman right here. Yes.
Here's the Pro 2 coming out.
The Pro. Do you remember how the Pro 1 ends?
You're dressed as Harley.
We always ask Garth, and Garth goes, "Well, you know, Sean." I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah." Oh, look at this.
We have all the
Some kink he has. You gotta get all the Harleys up here. What's that? The joke is up there going. All right. Well, yeah. So we can show you. I'll show you. Yeah, one at a time.
Here we go.
Oh.
Amanda, you've got your ticket.
So it's gonna have to be. fever.
Okay, drum roll.
The number.
456-868.
So we're gonna have the artists personalize the winners. You guys have cameras with your Harleys. Not Harleys, stay up here because we're gonna take a picture of all you guys with the artists.
Here you go.
Just a crazy idea I had. I hope you approve. All right.
All right, awesome. All right, and I'm supposed to read this thing now? Yeah. 456878. There you go, Two-Face, all right.
Thank you. Look at that. Give me a round. All right, so what do we do now?
What do we do now?
Personalize it, you guys stand.
Okay.
Hold your art.
Okay,
If
go
those
ahead.
of you who are with these Harley face outward.
Oh,
You guys wanna take pictures?
Harleys.
It's a Harley Quinn panel.
All right, go ahead, you guys stand. Look at all this. Right, Instagram.
So you guys put on $75.
All right, hey guys, thank you so much for coming today, and hopefully we'll see some of you at Stanley's panel tomorrow. I have a list of Jimmy panel for over 16 tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I'm not sure you'll get 16 to come in. It's bad. But if you got nothing to do,